What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Marriage Lab. Got another one for you today. This one is pretty interesting because it showcases that a lot of women will come on and I say make videos and stuff, and they'll complain about their husband and how often they want to have sex, and men are physical creatures, but there are sometimes when some men just don't want to, not as much as their woman does. And I think it's pretty natural. Sometimes there might be some other things going on, so let's go over this one. I got all dressed up in lingerie for my husband and he turned me down. It's his birthday month, so I figured let's end the month and year with a surprise for him. I got dressed in lingerie to surprise him. When I got out to show him and get into bed with him, he complimented me and all that, but then goes, "But I'm sorry, I feel like crap and like throwing up because of dinner. We had Mexican food last night. Now I just feel like bleh." This isn't the first time he's turned down sex. I'm definitely the one with the higher sex drive than him. He'll turn it down because of things like, quote, "I'm tired," and quote, "I have work tomorrow." Those types of comments. But this time I got annoyed because I tried to make it a little special for him, and I don't usually surprise him with lingerie randomly unless it's for an occasion. Okay. I just feel crappy. I'd like to hear a man's perspective on this. So, here's my 2 cents. Your husband didn't feel good. Okay, I understand this. He said no before because he's tired and he has to work in the morning. I will say personally, right? If I have to work in the morning, the worst thing to do is to stay up even later. And I understand it's you're trying to offer him something special, and he complimented you, so he appreciates the gesture. And I'm sure he's complimented you before. But in this situation, or in those situations where he has to go to work, I don't know. To me, I would feel selfish. And this is just me. This is just me. Okay. I'm not saying you are. I'm not accusing you of being anything. I'm just saying these are things that I would feel. If I knew that my wife had to go to work in the morning and it's 11:30 midnight already, and she has to get up at 6 a.m., then I know she's only going to get maybe five and a half ish hours of sleep. I'm not going to ask, at least not at that time. I'll probably ask, earlier or whatever, but I'm not going to ask because I don't know. Maybe sometimes I can be overly considerate, but I'm just not going to ask. And in those situations where maybe he has to get up early, maybe he didn't sleep well the night before and he is really tired, or there might be some other things going on. There might be some issues that he hasn't dealt with mentally. And or maybe everything culminates to you always want to do it when it's really late at night and he actually has to go to work and he's tired. Like, I mean, it's not a like trying to make you feel bad. This is your husband, right? Which I'll get onto that side in a minute, but I'd say, maybe ask him earlier instead of, waiting to whatever time. And I don't know what time. She didn't put a time, so I don't know. But maybe ask him earlier. You never know. Maybe if you want to do it a little bit earlier, then he'll be down with that. Now, to say that, as a husband or a wife, as a married couple in general, of course, you guys, and I always approach this from like a biblical perspective, or try to anyway. As a husband or as a wife, you are the other's one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you are your wife's and your wife is yours. You know what I mean? So If your wife wants something, especially sex, she wants to be intimate, then you should give it to her. I mean, it's weird because if I say it from the other side, I've had a comment where somebody said enjoy your property or whatever, but I'm like, you're married. It's like if you're married under God, right? You took a marriage oath in a church or from a religious perspective, then you are that other's person. Like when you guys got married, you became one, right? So you are supposed to offer yourself to your wife, and your wife is supposed to offer herself to you. So when each other have needs, you guys come together. If you guys have an issue where you're not agreeing on when to do it, then sit down and talk about when you want to do it, when he's not tired and when you're not tired, or whatever the situation may be. So personally, I think this might be a communication issue, which, trust me, we've been there before. Communication is a huge deal, not just in that aspect, but just overall. And then as well, maybe there's some issues that he's thinking about or something he's feeling that he just hasn't talked about, or maybe he doesn't want to talk about it. So my advice is just be his support, be there and be supportive for him. Let him know that what happened, and you understand that he was tired, but just let him know, hey, when this happened, I was trying to do something special and it made me feel bad because you didn't accept me. It made me feel like you didn't want me. And then, if he's understanding, he'll probably let you know that that wasn't his intention. And, just let him know, hey, if there's something going on at work or mentally, whatever, I'm here for you. If it's nothing like that, if it's just the time, then maybe we should talk about when, you would prefer to do it. And let him know you don't expect him to talk about it right now, because that's probably something he has to think about, and give him some time. Just let him air it out, and give him some air. You know what I mean? Like don't push him into figuring it out, because guys deal with issues like that a lot differently. It takes us a little bit longer to kind of process and flesh out what those issues might be. But I think you guys are going to do well. Just talk, just communicate, and be there with him. Stand by him. Don't make him feel bad, because he's not. There's plenty of women who make their husbands feel terrible because their husbands want to have sex a lot or often, and they're no, I'm tired, this headache, blah 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 blah. And you just happen to have I would say one of those unicorn husbands who's he's tired. There might be a lot going on in his life, so just give him a chance. But that's gonna do it for this one, y'all. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Thank you to all the new people who have been subscribing. I think I'm at 50 subscribers right now, and I'm feeling good. In the next year, I don't want to make a subscriber count goal that's arbitrary to me. I'd rather kind of grow a community where people interact a lot more, talking on these posts and stuff like that, giving their feedback and their input. And then like I said before, maybe eventually we can actually feature some real people, maybe get on a call and actually talk about issues. And me and the wife, I'll get the wife to come on and we can talk about those things. Anyway, that's gonna do it. You guys have a good one. God bless. Peace.